For number 3, News 8's Charles Hart joining us in studio with today's verdict of whether or not winter has more in store this year, as it's Groundhog Day. Good morning, Charles.
Good morning, Devin. Well, around 6:30 a.m., the popular groundhog in Pennsylvania will be in the spotlight, and we'll see whether or not he sees a shadow.
This morning, all eyes are on the Gobbler's Knob in western Pennsylvania.
No matter how you measure, it's 6 more weeks of winter weather.
Where handlers of a groundhog named Punxsutawney Phil will predict whether there will be 6 more weeks of winter or an early spring.
Let's have some kind of fun with a traditional icon and, just pretend that somehow it's going to tell us what the weather's about. And I think that's how Punxsutawney Phil got so popular nationally.
Thousands are expected to attend the annual event that exploded in popularity after the 1993 Bill Murray movie Groundhog Day.
I think it's just, one of these traditional rituals that people enjoy participating in that maybe take them away from modern life for 15 minutes.
It's part of a tradition rooted in European agricultural life, marking the midpoint between the shortest day of the year on the winter solstice and the spring equinox.
It was a practice, a belief in Central Europe that the badger or the bear, hibernating animals, would come out on February 2nd. And then whether or not they saw the shadow would be a prediction about when spring would come. And for farming communities, before you have all the weather technology we have today, that would have been very important.
All right, guys, well, we'll see if the tradition continues. But since 2021, Phil has actually predicted 6 more weeks of winter. And there's also a groundhog a little closer to home in Peoria named Gertie that makes her prediction. And fun fact, Gertie's handlers actually believe she may be more accurate than Phil. So
I feel like that's parents, though, saying, like, no, my child. My
Yeah,
child
yeah,
is
right.
a little bit smarter,
Exactly.
But we're trying to blame the groundhog. We should be blaming
Yeah, no.
Andrew.
Never forget.
Hey, yeah.
He's the one.
Make sure he doesn't hear this. Sorry, no.
He's the one that should be in the hot seat, right?
What's your guys' vote? Do you want an early spring or do you want a little more winter?
Of course.
I feel like that
early spring.
Why do I feel like that's a silly question
No,
to
it's
ask?
not, because I really like layers. I don't
Okay.
like summer clothing, I think,
Well, if it stays 50s out like it is right now,
Yeah.
then that might not be so bad of a winter. So.
All right, you're right. I will.
Continue to have fun
If it
out.
doesn't, then I will blame Andrew as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Continue to have fun out on the road with the shovels and all that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a fan. I'm ready for an early spring.
Yeah.
And actually, we're going to kind of get that in the next couple of days here.
Maybe we should just like spin Andrew in circles.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. And then he'll get so dizzy
Oh,
that,
he'll-
yeah.
He'll have to make.
Won't see the shadow then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Good.
start
So,
start
yeah.
spinning there,
Alrighty, guys.